What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new news video. Today what I got for you guys, we're going to be talking about Warzone 1 servers officially shutting down. Call of Duty posted a blog. This has to do also with the future of Warzone 2, upcoming Call of Duties, and much more. So even if you don't play Warzone Caldera, this is definitely some important information that you should know about. If you find today's video informative and helpful, consider hitting that subscribe button so you always stay up to date on the latest Call of Duty news and updates. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So here's what Call of Duty officially said. As Warzone moves ahead with exciting new experiences to come, Warzone Caldera will be shutting down on September 21st. All Caldera gameplay, player progression, inventories, and online services will expire on that date. Learn more here, and then they put an official link to their blog post. Now, upon looking at their blog post, they've pretty much summarized that the Call of Duty franchise is deciding to take a step into the new era and deciding to shut down Warzone Caldera. Not only are they going to be shutting down the servers, they're turning off the client as a whole for the reason that it seems like they don't want people to recreate Warzone 1. They don't want people to mod it. And as we've seen in the past, how people have tried to recreate past Call of Duty titles, they've ended up sending cease and desist. They would just want to avoid all that in general, and they just don't want people recreating it. One of the most important questions that people are asking in regards to the server shutting down is, I've spent a lot of money, I bought a lot of bundles, I bought a lot of operators, what's going to be happening with that? So here's what they said. Regarding purchase content in Warzone Caldera for Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, or Vanguard, that will continue to be accessible in those specific games. So that means pretty much all the operators that you bought will be accessible on those Call of Duty titles. Now, some people may not even have them. Remember, Warzone is free. You may have bought the bundles, but you didn't get that particular Call of Duty that year. So the only way, if you want to use your operators, you would have to purchase that older Call of Duty. And remember, playing older Call of Duty titles right now is really not safe at all. You can get hacked. People can get into your computer, they can steal your identity, and so much could come from that. And it just doesn't make sense that they would promote and tell people to play their older Call of Duty titles when this is such a big and ongoing issue. So that just doesn't make any sense to me. But another thing that I want to point out is the fact that they were planning on doing the shutdown for quite a while now, for the reason that if you looked at the Season 4 update, they ended up rebranding Warzone. They dropped the 2.0 and then just called it Call of Duty Warzone. Obviously, if Warzone Caldera stuck around, that would still continue to cause a lot of confusion, and many people would be confused if you were talking about Warzone. They wouldn't know if you're talking about 1 or 2. Going on here for this article, they say, please note that Warzone Caldera shutdown has no impact to the current Warzone gameplay, inventory, or player progression in Al Mazrah or other available maps. We look forward to continuing with you in that new Warzone experience. So a lot of the things that they were saying in this article is basically pushing the players into going to Warzone 2. So they're saying, if you're still on Caldera, this blog post is dedicated specifically to you. We need you to get ready to move on into either Warzone Mobile or to move on into Warzone 2. But the servers are going to be shutting down regardless. Now, some of you may be wondering, okay, you know, Warzone 1 shutting down, what does that have to do with Warzone 2? I don't even play that anymore. I don't really think it matters to me, but it sort of does, because when you think about it, the way that they did Warzone Caldera and the way they shut it down, this is probably one of the first Call of Duty games that we have ever seen actually have its servers shut down. Even in older Call of Duties, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, the original, you can play all these games. The servers are still available. If you have the game and you own the game, you can go online and you can still play the game. The servers are still available. Warzone 1 being really not that old at all, the servers being shut down permanently is obviously a little bit odd. Now, there are two reasons why they may be doing this. The first one is potentially that the player count on Caldera is just so low that they don't see a benefit in having it anymore. So maybe people are just not playing Caldera anymore. They want to shut down the servers because the server cost, the upkeep, and the maintenance for it is just costing too much. And especially with the fact that there's no more operator bundles or anything like that being sold in the stores, they're not really making a profit anymore. So it doesn't make sense to them to keep the game going, and they would have to shut down the servers. The second reason would be is that Warzone 2 is the one that has low player count, and they are trying to raise that player count. So what they're going to do is they're going to push everyone out of Caldera and bring them into Warzone. If obviously all the players that play Caldera move to Warzone, that would completely raise the player base exponentially, and that would make the game a little bit more active. They would have a better opportunity to sell more bundles and to make more of a profit from these players. So from their point of view, it's a win-win situation just to bring everyone to the brand new Call of Duty. That will encourage people to try and purchase Modern Warfare 2. That will encourage people to try out DMZ and then, you know, try and purchase bundles and overall make a profit for themselves. But the question is, obviously with the way that they're shutting down the servers, there's people who have spent hundreds of dollars on operators. No one thought that Warzone 2 was going to be a thing. When you're playing Warzone 1, you didn't think that Warzone 2 was going to happen. You didn't think that these servers would ever shut down, and now that has built some sort of a trust issue with Activision and with Call of Duty in general. So for example, if you're on Warzone 2, you find the cool bundle that you want to purchase, and then you see that Warzone Caldera got shut down, you start questioning, wait, what if Warzone 2 shuts down? What's the point of me buying this bundle if maybe in a year or two they're going to introduce Warzone 3 and then we're going to have the same issue all over again, where I have to repurchase brand new bundles, move on to a brand new Call of Duty and try out something completely different, and you won't really be sure if you're going to get to reuse these cosmetics and get to keep these weapon blueprints in upcoming Call of Duty titles because they ended up doing Warzone Caldera dirty. But what are your thoughts and opinions on this? Do you believe that they made the right decision? Do you believe that this decision will impact us on Warzone, Modern Warfare 2, and future Call of Duty titles? Will it have anything to do with us? And most importantly, do you think we're going to be receiving new content now that the devs don't really have to worry about Caldera? They don't have to worry about upkeeping it, the maintenance, the servers, and these devs have a little bit more time to focus on Call of Duty Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2. Do you think as a result this will impact and give us better content, better quality updates, and do improvements and fix the game and do highly requested updates as we've been wanting to see in the past? What are your thoughts and opinions on that? I really do hope that this does something positive, because the fact that they are shutting down servers that are safe in Warzone 1, where people are enjoying it, people are still playing it to this day, you don't have to fear of being hacked or doxxed, while you have other Call of Duty titles that are still available right now. They're selling them at full price. The servers are still available, but at the same time, people are getting doxxed, people are getting hit offline, people are getting their information stolen, people are getting their computers hacked into, viruses being downloaded onto their computer. There's just so much issues that are going on with other CODs, and they have not been mentioning that, they have not been talking about that, and they really haven't made any sort of communication or efforts into fixing these situations or issues. So I really do hope that this is the start of something new. And I really do hope out of some negative news, hopefully some good news will come from it in the future. But now that Caldera is officially shutting down, maybe we could be seeing some of these maps make a return in the future. Maybe we could start seeing Verdansk come back, we could see Caldera come back, we could see any sort of island, Rebirth Island, make a return. Maybe these islands and maybe these maps will come back in the future at some point now that they are permanently gone. So maybe they could do it as an LTM or some sort of surprise update or event. But as of right now, what's going to be available in terms of Warzone is going to be Warzone Mobile when that releases. We don't have a date as of right now, but sometime during 2023 we're going to see that. And then you also have Warzone 2, which features the 3 maps, Al Mazrah, Ashika Island, and Vondel. And then along with that, there's DMZ, the new features and all that goes along with it. But there is plenty of things to do for free as of right now for those of you guys who did play Warzone Caldera. But what are your thoughts and opinions on this situation? Do you think that something good will come of it? I'm trying to hope so. But anyways, that's all that I got for you guys in today's video. If you found today's video informative and helpful, consider hitting that subscribe button so you always stay up to date on the latest Call of Duty news and updates. But anyways, it's been your boy Trinzo, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys again. Peace.